Hi, Kimberly Olsen here. And I've decided in the next several videos that I'm going to be sharing with you to actually take you inside what I teach my children every day in our virtual academy for our home education as far as financial literacy. The book that we're just starting is Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, I'm not going to read word for word what I read to them every day, but I'm just going to give you a synopsis of what we're learning because it's important that you get these ideas in your mind and you start thinking more about money. For those of you who are looking to create wealth, this is what you need to do. You need to put the principles of wealth and money in your mind. What you speak about, you bring about. And so that's what we're going to share with you. Like I said, over the course of the next several videos, we're just going to give you a synopsis of what I teach my children each day. And especially young entrepreneurs, as you're coming up, you're going to want to pay close attention because as you see, our public education system is lacking and it's antiquated as far as teaching us methods of earning income and what they teach us to do. It doesn't work anymore, as you can see. The system is broken. So I do highly recommend that you get the book and read it for yourself. Again, Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. It's kind of the second book after Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it talks about, starting off what we have just discussed with my children, is that there is a quadrant. And it's important for you to know where you lie in the quadrant because the rich they know where their money's coming from and they know the flow pattern of the money. And we'll get more into the flow patterns later on. But right now, let's determine where in the quadrant you are. Now, I'll write out what these mean for you in just one moment. E is the employee. And that's where most people start. And then there's a lot of people, well, not a lot, but some people go into the S quadrant, and that's the self-employed. Now, for example, a doctor that works at a hospital, that would be an employee. A doctor that has a private practice that takes in their own clients is someone who's self-employed. Now, a B is a business owner. That same doctor, if he has a practice that he employs other physicians in his practice, and then possibly as an office manager and staff, he becomes a business owner. Maybe he has more than one clinic in different areas. And then an I stands for an investor. That same doctor could be in all quadrants. He could be an employee for someone, including, as a self-employed in his own clinic, as well as a business owner, and then have investments on the side. So there is the potential that you could be in all four quadrants. Now, what does our public education teach us to do? Our public education teaches us to go to school, get good grades, and get a JOB, or for most people, just over broke, but get a job. Our school system teaches us to become employees. Okay, in case you haven't noticed, in the job market today, the jobs are scarce. We're not saying education we're not saying that education is not important, because it is. But what we want to teach people, what the wealthy teach, is that you go to school to learn and get an education, to learn how to read financial statements so that you can become a business owner, an investor. Basically, you want to shift from this side of the quadrant to this side of the quadrant. These people work for these people. This is the side of the quadrant where the money is. Which side are you on?